Alrighty, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Oral Therapy Podcast. I'm your host, Love K. Sean. Today, we're going to talk about the art of seduction and a little twist with the turns-ons and offs of everybody on the panel. I am with three special guests. I'll allow them to introduce themselves, and then we'll get started.
Hey, y'all. I'm Kay Banks.
I'm Bailey J, official Bailey J everywhere on all social media platforms.
Hey.
Yo, what the fuck is up? It's your boy Drake the Comedian. Drake the Comedian on all platforms. Fuck with me.
Oh, I forgot my social media. I'm sorry. It's Kay Banks, but my social media handle is going to be @hello. I'm Kay Banks everywhere.
Perfect. So, to dive right into the topic, do you all believe in the art of seduction?
Yes, heavily.
Heavily?
Very heavily. Yes.
And just elaborate on that. Why do you believe in it?
I believe in it because it helps keep you and your partners.
Damn, she said partners. Partners.
Well, because
Okay,
Don't
Bailey.
play my shit.
Talk that shit.
I'm on the queer spectrum, so I date men, women, trans, whoever. So, it helps keep your partner's interest peaked at all times, especially if you know how to seduce them or know how to do the turn-ons and whatnot.
Okay.
Okay.
What about you guys?
Kind of like what she said, like, you gotta have to spice things up. You don't want things to ever get dry or boring. And, you can't get in a car and then it just drive. You gotta put in some work. You gotta put that key in the ignition. You gotta, rev the engine up. So it's a process. And then, like I said before, especially if you've been with somebody for so long, you gotta keep it spicy.
I agree.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, nothing wrong with a little spice. You know what I mean? Doesn't make a difference if it's Cajun spice, Larry spice. As long as that motherfucker's spicy, you feel me?
I'm hungry. Stop.
Yeah. No, so I do like seduction and people that are seductive, mainly women. I like seductive women, you know what I mean? So there's nothing wrong with it at all.
Okay.
So, do you feel like people naturally adapt to, the ways you like to be seduced? Or is it or are there just general, ways to seduce people? Like, with a different partner, they might like different things. So do you have to learn those things or?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
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 Everybody's love languages are different. Like, you really have to learn someone because someone might like physical touch, someone might like eye contact versus someone else, it might be awkward for them. So it's definitely something you have to learn, like, as you go by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there any like standard ways to seduce somebody?
Standard, yeah. I would say, well, for me personally, I can only speak for myself. Standard, obviously, like she said, physical touch. Like, you got to know where and how to touch.
I agree.
Your man or your woman. And obviously asking like, hey, do you like this?
Right.
Do you not like this? Like,
Right.
What's going on? Because not everybody is a mind reader, and not everybody is going to know exactly which buttons to push to,
Agree.
be like, oh, I like that. I like the way she did that. But there are also like non-sexual ways that you can seduce someone.
Right.
Yeah, especially the non-sexual ways. I do like the non-sexual ways. I'm more of a mental motherfucker though. You feel me? So if I click with you on a mental level without the sexual shit, it's gonna be a wrap once the sexual part. You know what I mean? So I like the mental side of the seduction.
Has
you
to
feel
be
me?
there.
Yeah.
It has to be there.
They say our brain is our biggest sexual organ.
Okay.
It's
Well,
our largest sexual organ.
And it is because I don't know if you guys seen the movie Demolition Man. Y'all too young. Y'all too goddamn. Y'all too goddamn young, man. But also, it was a segment in the Demolition Man where, like, we were in this future world, and there was no more physical touch. You know what I mean? So, in order for you to actually, get an orgasm, you had to sit there next to your partner and y'all had to think about it.
Talk.
Yeah, you have to really like actually think about it. It's damn near like porn. Sort of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Porn is in your mind. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I sometimes think I have telepathy. I
Yeah.
do not. I do not.
I'm dead.
Well, in talking about it, I just also want to ask the question, like, because people get comfortable with asking their partner, what do you like? And then they always do what they like. And then, so if you're always doing what your partner is liking, and they're always doing what you like, and that can get old too, can't it? You know what I mean? Like, without trying new things, because what if you never tried something and you do like it, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be extreme.
That's
So
true.
what do you guys think about that? Like, just because I've heard that there's some situations like, you know, people feel like, oh, I wish that person would have asked, that man would have asked me to do that before he just did it, or that woman. So where does the line get drawn? Because sometimes people want to try different things. They want to do something different with you. But, you know, some people get uncomfortable with that, you know. And I love the element of surprise, but some people might not. So how do you incorporate new things without, like, just because if you make sex like a job or like a too serious of a conversation, it kind of gets like uninteresting.
Right,
Yeah.
So
that's
how
what
do
you
you
said.
incorporate new things
Organicness.
with the fact of making your partner comfortable? How do you guys do it, or how do you think that it should be done? Because if, like, let's just say, you know, I will say maybe like trying anal or something like that.
Ooh, child.
Or, you know, you can't just spring that on somebody. You gotta, like, sorry.
yikes.
I'm sorry, we kind of
Listen.
I wasn't gonna just put it out there, but like just trying different things. You can't just do that just
No,
on
you
the
can't.
whim.
No.
Yeah, I
You
think
can
it all
listen.
depends though.
You gotta have
It
a-
definitely depends on what you're trying to do though. You feel
Yeah.
me? Like
Yeah.
if it's some shit like you know that for a fact that you know, then somebody else may know it's drastic. You definitely want to ask.
Ask,
You feel me?
right.
Yeah.
So you just don't want to go
Consent.
clean in like, yeah. You definitely have to ask for certain things though. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
My philosophy of learning this, like the moment you ask, if you ask someone for something, you setting yourself up for a no.
Yeah.
You feel me? So therefore, like I said, sometimes you don't want to ask.
Yeah.
But if it's something drastic as fuck, you feel me? You may want to, you know, just
Throw it out there.
throw it out there. You know what I mean? And sometimes, like a comedian, you can throw some shit out there on some funny shit, see if they go for it.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, shit, let me stick it in ass.
And then you're like,
But listen,
I don't know.
sometimes you might ask just so y'all having a regular conversation and the answer is no. But if y'all already in y'all bag,
Right.
she already in her mood, her element, her answer might be yes.
It
So,
might-
Right.
So maybe time and place. Yeah,
it is
I agree.
definitely a time
Yeah, time and place is
Yeah.
important for a
For
lot of
anything.
things.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So also, like, I wanted to ask the question: do you think that seducing someone and like turn-ons are different? Like,
Definitely.
could you be seduced without
There's a
being
line.
necessarily turned on?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a line. Talk about it.
There's a line. I would say, as far as like seducing, it goes in different, you know, spectrums, but like actual turn-ons, like just laughing with someone could turn you on. Like that's where it goes back into that non-sexual way. Like if you could make me laugh, or if you could get me in a way where I'm like thinking about stuff, I'm like, whoa,
Yeah.
I am turned on right now. What is this feeling? I'm stimulated. Got me thinking about the future. and
Okay.
having kids.
Now I have a question.
Okay.
Piggybacking off what you're saying. So now let's say if you are turned on, do you act on that turn on?
That's the question too.
Yes.
So now it's going back to.
9 times out of 10.
So it is. seducing. So
Me personally.
yeah. Well, the question is really asked just because, like, you're out, you're in a relationship, you're out. Somebody is very attractive to you, but that doesn't mean they turn you on. But the way they move or the way they talk is very seductive. So how do you not act on it, or how do you so say that person is just as interested in you as you are in them as far as being attracted to them? How do you stop those feelings, or how do you know how to manage those feelings? Because we hear men say like it's just I'm just a man. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, Lord.
you know, with
That's
cheating or
They
like,
favorite line.
yeah, like, you know, or a woman, because men
My
aren't the
favorite
only
one
ones who
is have
cheat.
some self-control.
Yeah, because men and women cheat. So how does that come into play with cheating? Because obviously that person was seduced or was turned on in a way that maybe is no longer there with their partner or hasn't been there in a while with their partner. So how do we have self-control, or how do we manage those situations? Because I think that's a big part of why we have people who cheat, or why we have people who, you know, are unfaithful, even if it's just not on a sexual level, just emotionally. Because if you're emotionally connected with somebody, that's just as bad as if you're physically connected. So
That's a hell of a lot worse, man.
it's worse.
Yeah.
So worse.
like when you, like having an emotional or mental connection with somebody versus physical.
gotta
Like my thing is
really-
this. I say if a guy like fuck my girl or whatever, I'll be pissed off, but I won't be mad. You know what I mean, for a long time. But if once I know if he got her mentally, oh, it's a wrap.
Oh, like she in
yeah,
love?
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
it's
she
a wrap.
She's packing up her things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, she can have a conversation with you and he can be on her mind. You feel me?
Yeah.
Y'all can be out to eat, he on her mind.
Yeah.
You feel
Yeah.
me? Y'all can be even in the bed, boom, he on her mind. It's
just a wrap after
It's a wrap
that.
after that for sure.
Wow. Okay.
But sometimes, like, you know, if that, like, the person who is noticing themselves being attracted to someone else and mentally connecting with someone outside of their relationship, because it could be a guy or woman, you got to catch yourself. You got to catch yourself and set those boundaries and those lines, like even just a hint or a whiff of, oh, this person is really coming on to me, really trying to turn me on, really trying to get me out of character, knowing I'm in a relationship. You got to catch yourself. You got to be like, this is the line, don't ever cross it, or you're completely out.
Right. Yeah. So okay. So let's say, for instance, right, boom. That's the line. He know not to cross it. But and this is where women always and women always do this shit though. I ain't gonna lie.
Don't
Well,
do
no, some real shit though. They always do this. Well, I don't want to be mean. I'm just being nice. Like, man, fuck that. If you know for a fact this dude is crossing the line, you got to cut him the fuck off.
Yeah. No.
Like, cause he not, and as a
sure.
matter of fact, he's not even supposed to stop. If he have the freedom to do what he want to do, I mean, he's not gonna stop at all. So therefore, it's the person that's in a relationship have to
It's
take the
true.
initiative. Hey, bro, you got to get the fuck on.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Right.
Because you
'Cause
gonna
you-
fuck up some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The loyalty lies within the relationship. So
Right.
if that person outside of it, a lot of people think that way. And yes, we should morally say, oh, they're in a relationship, fall back. But if you feel a deep connection, like, we're selfish. We have a selfish mentality.
yeah.
So
definitely selfish.
we fall
We're
into
trying
it
to
anyways. So like
please
you're totally
ourselves
right.
a
It's
lot
up
of
to
the
that
times.
person. But I hear this a lot because, you know, we had situations, and Bailey knows this, where certain people expect us to be mean. And I think this is the thing.
Are these too nice? I can't be nice.
I think this is a thing. I'm nice to a certain degree. I am respectfully nice. Like,
Right.
I will say, you know, I'm in a relationship, you know, I'm sorry, and move away. But like, we were going out, and certain people expected us to be mean to other people. But as Black women in America, I don't know about you guys, but as a Black woman, we already have these
That
negative
stigma.
stigmas against us. So if a man approaches me, I'm not gonna be like, like, I'm in a relationship,
It's not
like,
even necessary.
you know,
It's
stankly.
not.
I'm gonna say, you know, I appreciate the compliment. I appreciate.
We have to be more guarded.
Yeah.
We have to be more like, okay.
So it's like a gracefully, you know,
A graceful curve.
curve. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's
Respectfully.
exactly what it is, though. A graceful curve. You know, like
Yeah,
if
I appreciate you
Some
being.
people go a little hard.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
as a Black woman, I can't just be like, don't talk to me. You
Yeah,
know,
nah,
that's
it-
just feeding into the negative stigma that we already have. So
Right.
Yeah.
when you say be too nice, women are very,
passive as fuck.
yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes, not all the time.
Not all the time.
But we
Not
have
all the
to,
time.
like,
Not all the time.
I just know that I'm never going to be comfortable being like that, because I definitely don't want that to be our stigma forever. Like, Black women are strong and we are assertive.
And we are soft.
Yes,
but we are
very much
soft and we are
Right.
loving, and we appreciate the compliment too. I appreciate the fact that somebody is interested in me, but I
Right.
Exactly.
do
Even having the
respect my
courage.
relationships at the same time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
So-
I feel like back to seduction, you know what I mean, or seducing. if a guy approaches a woman, or it can either go both ways though too. You know what I mean? Because shit, guys get approached too by females.
Yeah.
It's people say it's rare, but hell no, because I get approached all goddamn day.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Yeah, no bullshit though. On some real shit.
That's a long list.
So it's just like
I believe
it can go either way though. Like you don't have to be like flat out fucking mean as fuck. Like nah. If you do it in a nice seductive way, nah, baby, I appreciate you though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And be like, no, I'm in a relationship, and just going about your business, you good.
Yeah.
But no, like I said, it still falls back on
You or the person
on
in
the
the
person.
relationship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because temptation is a motherfucker.
It is. It's terrible.
Yes.
it
It
is
is.
So-
when you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
And if
It's-
you're not in one,
it be
Ain't no such
a
thing as
desert.
temptation when you ain't in a relationship. that shit only come when you're in a relationship.
Only when you in a relationship.
For real.
Only.
Straight up.
So let's talk a little bit about turn-ons and turn-offs. Because in order to like really understand how you are seduced and what you like, you have to understand what turns you on, what turns you off.
Right.
So I'll allow you guys like to talk about that, and I want you guys to talk about how you're turned on and turned off. But I want to kind of ask the question after you just made your statement, like, is it as common, or because men seem to get this seduction more, or like, oh, I felt like she did this, she touched my pants, she put her hand in there, and then I was drunk, you know.
Right.
Not put her hand in there.
Yeah, now you put a hand in that's a whole other.
Yeah, you put your
I'm
hand.
dead.
So just imagine the anatomy of a man. Like that's a turn on for them. So
Yeah.
their mind just kind of goes to another level. But talking about turn ons and turn offs, is that something that women should be on the lookout for, or like, okay, so I'm in a relationship, my man goes out, and there are women who don't mind approaching men and like putting it out there. But is that something that every man is attracted to? Is that something that turns on men? Like, oh, she's coming to me and like hitting on me, like I'm feeling it. Yeah.
She's letting you know.
Because
Yeah,
I feel
she's
like the bold
definitely-
ones are the
yeah.
ones I have to watch out for more.
Yeah, she's definitely
Like, as a
displaying
woman
her,
who's in a
she's definitely
relationship.
displaying her masculinity side.
Yeah.
You think that's masculine?
I feel like it's more just the dominance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or dominant. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But we
for
still think
sure.
of dominant. You think of a.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of.
But yeah, I know for a fact, like me, if a woman approaches me, well, I'm like right now in the state of mind that I'm in and where I'm at right now in life, I just take it with a grain of salt because I just feel like I have to protect something that I have going on, so I don't really pay no attention.
Okay.
But an assertive ass woman, shit.
That's a turn on.
Like shit, come buy me a drink, goddammit. Yeah,
Okay.
I like a woman that shows
So that stands
assertiveness.
out.
Yeah.
That stands out. I mean, I think it's crazy because those are the women that you really have to watch out for because, and then they know. Okay, they know you're in a relationship, so they have to be assertive. I think that
And they don't care.
If you are in a relationship, whoever's trying to get your attention knows they have to be assertive,
Yes.
whether they're man or woman.
Yeah.
But I think with women, they know that men are just so easily manipulated when
Yeah.
it comes to, and I'm sorry to say that,
No,
men
that's
are
true.
more,
No.
because
Man,
a man
that's
putting
true.
his hands in my pants,
I'm
I'ma
gonna
be
be
like,
like,
what the
I'm
fuck?
calling the cops.
Right.
but a woman doing that, feeling on a man, they're not, they
Yeah.
don't think twice about it.
They
As,
try to
you know,
Definitely stroking his ego.
Thinking with a little head.
they love that shit.
Yeah.
Definitely
Yes, they
something.
love that shit.
Yeah.
So I just feel like that culture of women are what we have to look out for because
And honestly,
monogamy still
truthfully-
is able to be had. It's just hard.
I wouldn't even say you have to look out for them because a woman that's assertive, she knows exactly what she wants. You feel me? Like she goes in she has a goal. She wants to accomplish. Okay, boom. This dude is a nice looking man. So
I want
therefore,
him,
I
yeah.
just want him for the night, and I'm finna cut him the fuck off. You
But
know
what
I
if
mean?
they're not trying to cut them off?
See, that's the thing though.
What if they
9
want?
times out of 10, with a woman with a plan, they, like I said, they gonna get what they want to get, and they gonna ride out.
they're
You know what I
gonna
mean?
ride out.
And
I
like
agree.
most times, in my experience, a woman that approaches you, she just wants one particular thing, and it never really goes on to anything further. You know what I
Unless
mean?
she states
Unless,
Unless she's stating like, okay, I want more from this.
yeah.
Yeah.
There goes.
It's
some
better than
people,
she expected.
Yeah.
The closed mouths don't get fed thing. They be like looking back, like maybe I should have tried
Well-
to continue something.
Right.
Do you feel like those type of people that you engage with, are people you can be in a relationship with too, because a lot of women are in fear of like their man sleeping with somebody else, or men are in fear of their woman sleeping with somebody else. So is that like, why are we worried about that if they're just getting what they're gonna get and dip out? You know what I mean? Like obviously there's another level to it where they're a threat to us in the relationship. You know?
I wouldn't even say a threat to the relationship, shit. But, and you got to think about it though, like this way too. It wasn't even like, let's say. I'm gonna say this first before I get into that. I don't feel like it's a threat to the relationship, because if an assertive woman knows what she wants and it's not the relationship, your relationship is secured. She just probably want to fuck that nigga and get the fuck on.
Right.
Boom. So yeah, it's not a threat to the relationship. You know what I mean? It's just
I want to have sex with you.
I just want to fuck him and just bounce.
But what if she likes it and comes back for more?
See that's where it gets trickier. Now this is. Okay, the first part is temptation as well, but now this is when temptation is actually in the play and started working. You feel me?
Right.
Now this nigga, he already know he fucked up, and he only fucked up because society made it think like he's fucking up. But
So you don't think that way?
what you mean?
Lord, that just
So you
told
don't
me
think
about
that fucking somebody else is a fuck up if you're committed to
He
somebody?
said
If you're
society said
committed.
that.
Okay, my thing is this: if there wasn't nothing named cheating, what would it be then?
Breaking the commitment.
But why? Like my thing is this: you only can be committed in a sense
If you're married.
if you're married.
So okay.
You know what I mean?
Oh.
So therefore,
I want
What if you have that understanding though? What if you don't have that understanding? So what if you and this person, like what if you and this person sat down and said, I'm gonna be committed to you, you're gonna be committed to me. Though we're not married, we're not gonna engage in other activities with other people because we're trying to build to that level.
right, which is understandable. That's that contract that y'all have.
So me and you,
It's all
so it
about
depends
your
on the
honesty.
relationship.
Because a lot of people have open relationships and that's
Yeah,
their
right.
thing. So
Or one is open or is, out, doing their thing, and the other one is just committed to that person. in that
right, and that person that's open, they can't handle it if the other person were to do it to them. So
Okay.
yeah,
Sometimes.
So I want to hear what your turn-ons on. Give me like 2 turn-ons, 2 turn-offs. And I just want to see if there's some similarities, because I want to see if there is a standard for being turned on, and if that is why there's so many different seduction, or cheating things going on. Because especially in the climate of social media, if I post a thirst trap in my panties, say I have Christmas lights on my panties this Christmas time, that's that's a turn on. That's a seduction. Thirst
Ho,
traps
ho,
is
ho.
a thirst trap is another word of saying a seductive post. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
And I know, because what people do now is play on things. Like now it's Christmas season.
Right.
So if I wrap myself naked in lights, make sure nothing's showing, and
Shit.
post it, I'm gonna get views, I'm gonna get likes, I'm gonna get all this, because
Right.
guess what? That's the climate that we live in. So
Right.
let's hear what you guys think, is a turn on. Just generally from you. It doesn't have to be sexual. It could be just,
I'm not going first. Let me go last.
Well, for me, a turn on for me, one of them is the way a woman speaks. That I like the way, if she can have a dope ass conversation and just not be whatever, or be what they
City
be saying.
girls.
Yeah, I can't. No, I can't. I like a motherfucker that know how to converse. You feel me? Like, because like I said, I'm mental anyway. So therefore, if you know how to have a conversation with me and shit, that's even dope. But then one of my other turn-ons is a woman that know how to keep up with her fingers, feet, and teeth. That shit is dope as fuck to me.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
I would say my turn-ons is definitely, like he was saying, like communication and consistency. I don't like being introduced to a vibe that you can't maintain. So, like one day we chopping it up, we talking for hours, and then I don't hear from you for like 2 days. Like
Relationship.
no. There's a difference. There's a
so
huge
many
difference.
levels.
We can vibe without even being on that, but for real, just being able to hold a conversation and to get my mind flowing, because like she was saying earlier, your mind is connected to your coochie. So and I would say a physical turn on for me is definitely like independence, a man that's on his shit, and also good hygiene, clean teeth. That I'm going over the 2 turn-ons, but waves, dreads, but yeah, I'm just playing.
She not though.
I'm not.
Continue.
I'm serious.
Well, for me, you kind of touched on it. Having drive and ambition
Yes.
and goals for yourself and for your future. Ooh.
Okay. Baby.
Major turn on, because I'm someone who's like that. Like I'm like, I gotta have drive and ambition. I'm a creative, so I'm just like, if I see my partner doing that for themselves and or me, you know,
It drives you. It's like
it drives me.
Yes,
It's like,
baby.
oh, I wanna give you the world. Another turn on. I've been an athlete all my life, so someone who's like
Physically.
fit.
Yeah.
and
shape.
who, but at the same time, like just keeping up with their health overall.
Yeah.
Like I fall off the wagon sometimes. My boyfriend currently is the gym. We taking a break right now, but that's my boyfriend. But yeah, someone who
Yeah, taking a break with your boyfriend. But continue.
yeah, we need breaks from each other.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with a break either.
Yeah.
But yeah, someone who cares about their physical body.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Okay. For me, my 2 turn-ons would be a man who's connected emotionally to himself and thus can connect with me.
Right.
And a man who can communicate.
Exactly.
Because I think even if you have an issue or a disagreement, even if you just anyone who can communicate, I think that's such a turn on if you can express your feelings or just your dislikes or whatever, so that we can grow, so I can fix them, so we can, discuss things. I think that the biggest turn on I've ever had was being able to have a conversation with a man about a serious topic. Like having a conversation, we can have a conversation, but like, can we have a serious conversation? Like,
Yeah.
you don't
And
like
that's
something.
really rare.
We're in a relationship. You don't like something. You're addressing the issue appropriately.
Yes, and healthy.
Turns me on. Like I will probably do whatever you're asking me to do.
Listen.
You don't want me to talk.
My throat.
I ain't talking to him. Fuck him. You know what I mean? Because that just turns me on to be able to hear you in your issue appropriately, like not yelling at me, not cussing at me, not demanding me to do something, but telling me how this makes you feel, how that was in your eyes disrespectful, whatever. I don't care if you are saying that. I just think it's such a turn on that you're being able to be a mature adult and articulate that.
Right.
Yes.
So that's a big turn on. A turn off is the opposite, is if you don't know how to manage your emotions, whether that be having anger issues or being emotionless, because that's a problem too. Like
That's huge.
or you don't know how to communicate. Like if you can't communicate, like you're just mad, I'm just gonna be quiet until I'm not mad, but the issue is still
Lingering.
under that level of layer of heart and feelings, then we haven't done anything, and there's never any room to grow if you can't do that. So
Oh no, not the live ended.
Save the girl.
Oh, save it, girl.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take one more.
Yeah, I didn't say my turn-offs, but I don't know if y'all knew, it was basically the opposite of what I was saying.
Bruh.
Right.
Opposite for sure.
Opposite of what I was saying. Those was my turn-offs.
So what if you say one of your turn-ons is somebody that has ambitions and goals, right?
Yes.
Right. So what if they're very ambitious and they are goal-oriented, but they're not accomplishing their goals?
If they're not, where are they at in life?
Because I know people that are very ambitious, like they really want to do shit, you know what I mean? And they are ambitious
just
about
talking?
it. No, it's not even, they're trying their best to find ways to get it done and shit like that, but it's just like every door is fucking closing.
Well, if they're at least trying, but because timing is everything as well. If they're at least trying to
Like,
get
if that
to
drive
where
is there.
yeah, if it's there and I see it, if I can see it, someone on the outside and been in their skin once, but I can see it. Oh, I'm gonna fuel the fire to push that person who I'm very turned on by harder. Like
To another level.
we're going to the 10th degree. There's something that you're missing. We're going to find that missing equation and we're going to input it. Because, babe, I want to get you where you want to be.
Right.
I see this future for you. You're going to have it. It's said
Right.
and done. So if they have that fire and like they, like it's if they're taking the steps, yes. But if they're just talking but not making any moves,
Right.
then you're just talking.
Right.
We could talk.
Nothing
about it.
serious
And
there.
it's not serious because I don't see action. The action for me is a big thing.
It's everything.
It's very much everything. Actions they speak louder than words. Very cliche, but it's very true.
Okay.
Which is weird.
It's very weird.
Yeah, because they say actions speak louder than words, but they say words have power.
They do.
They do.
That's
You know what I mean?
I
That's
think
why
they're
I'm like
hand
it's
in
a cliche.
hand. They have to be hand in hand. Because
Literally.
without one, there's no
other.
other.
Like,
So,
exactly.
like, you need the actions to follow the words.
yes.
And the
Right.
word,
We need
the
the
words are
words to
powerful,
help-
but we need the action to help
Guide
in
you. Like you saying-
solidifying the word.
Yes, yes.
You know, like-
solidifying what you're saying with those actions.
Right.
especially in our climate. Like, I want to talk about too how people have taken the art, or do you believe this is just my opinion, the art of seduction, and now turned it toxic with social media. Like, do you guys feel that way? Because there's a lot of it is self gain, a lot of it is
Oversaturated. Definitely,
it's
social
like-
media is oversaturated. The whole
Right, yeah.
But it's opened other people who haven't had even known about how to be intimate with their partner, seeing someone be intimate with someone else, or as far as like showing seduction, they're like, oh, okay, like maybe if I do that, I can, I'll
my man will be turned on.
I'll get the eye of such and such, or I'll, So it's oversaturated, but it's like the, what do you call it, the necessary evil.
Is it necessary?
Is it necessary though? You know what I mean?
Is it necessary?
No,
Because
I don't- But I definitely get it how they put that as a wordplay, necessary evil. I get that. You know what I mean? They want to make it seem like, damn, you actually still need it, but at the end of the day,
You don't.
you don't really,
You
you really
don't.
don't, because
Be
if you
yourself.
have a conversation with the person that you're dealing with, you feel me? You will figure out all the ways to seduce this person, because at the end of the day, it's a learning curve for every fucking body.
yeah.
Yes.
So therefore, you don't even have to learn off social media.
You
just
don't.
go have a conversation with your
Your partner.
spouse
Yeah.
and see what's up, or just
Right.
try shit. You know what I mean? Like that's
Because
the
a lot
thing.
of people are bolder online. Like, I've met people
Definitely
online,
bolder.
and
Yes.
they are just so out
Shy
there,
as hell
so
in
nice.
person.
And then in person,
Right,
I'd be
yeah.
like, damn, is this the same person I was talking to? Like,
Right.
you are not
Crazy.
the same. Like, why can't you talk to me? Like, and then it in no way was it like I get being nervous for somebody you might date, but like, this is just people I'm trying to do business with. It's like, you are not the same person. Like, I
Yeah.
expected you to be more lively, like turned up, and you just are not. But
Right.
is social media making the expectation of relationships either be falsely like portrayed, or like held to such a high standard that is really just like non-existent? Because like, if you see people
a good
post and they
question.
look so happy, but you and your man just got in an argument and you guys have been going through a rough patch, like
Right.
you're expecting your relationship to be like, Adam and Sam's online, or you know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
why
I-
is Samantha's
I've been
man
seeing a lot of
loving her and taking her on trips and flying her out?
Yeah.
Like they don't have issues, and they do.
Right.
Yeah.
Or women who are just perfect, who have had so many cosmetic surgeries, which is not, I don't have anything against it, but these standards that are being held for us to look at are unreal, really. They're not
Yeah.
realistic standards. Like, I think
Yeah,
that your man expects you to be a freak because you hear on everybody's, a lot of podcasts, a lot of people's posts, they talking about how nasty they are. We got songs like Wet Ass Pussy and all
They
this
ain't
shit.
Cap.
They real vanilla.
And
Big cat.
and it's like, is
Big
that
cat.
really the reality?
Yeah,
Is
I-
that something that's going to keep your man? No.
No,
the
hell
same
no.
people who are
It's not.
talking about it were getting cheated on at the same time. So it
This-
doesn't matter. But we feel like we're inadequate. And I think that's
Absolutely.
why the depression rate is up with people, why a lot of things are
Anxiety.
up. So I think that's why it's the necessary evil. I think that the exposure is good. How you can connect with different audiences in different realms, like everybody who has a brand, like that's very important.
Right.
That's a great thing. But it could be toxic because at the same time, like, people will build you up, people will have these false expectations of you, and then you do something wrong and they're like, oh, you're canceled.
Right.
And it's like,
and that cancel culture shit, I don't even want to get into that.
Bruh,
goofy ass.
that's not.
how am I canceled for being a human and making a mistake?
There's no such thing as cancel culture. Because at the end of the
can't
day,
cancel
you
me.
can't cancel. My thing is this. Cancel culture is another way to bring, especially in the celebrity world, this is what I feel. Cancel culture is another way to shed light onto that celebrity. You know what I mean? Because now, boom, let's say the last person that got canceled was the baby, allegedly. You know what I mean? For saying some
He'd
shit
been
that he didn't even say.
canceled several
Yeah, for saying some shit that the DJ said. He even said because I watched that shit 1,000 times. So, but what happened was it just shined more light onto who he was. You know what I mean?
As a person, and that is who he is.
So,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, if you think about it like this, so now he can't say what he wants to say or how he feels.
That
But at the end of the day,
censorship.
and what is it? The amendments. It says it grants us the freedom of speech. You feel me? So therefore, now I can't say what I want when I'm granted the freedom to say what I want.
Yeah.
So what are we contradicting then?
Everything is a contradiction. All of our rights are contradicted because, especially the freedom of speech. You
Yeah.
don't have the right to say whatever you want to say.
You
And
can't
that's the
say
thing.
it.
That's why people get canceled. I think that certain things are promoted. Like, okay, certain people can post half naked online. All these apps won't say shit about it. But if you're not the right person, if you don't have the right,
They'll take it down.
clout, then you can't do that. You post something like that and your shit's removed.
Right.
Right.
Or politically, if you post some shit that they don't agree with, or they feel like, oh, you're confusing the masses, or you're giving a different message than we want to portray, you're canceled. They're removing your shit. They're
Banning
banning you.
They're
They'll remove your whole account for saying the wrong thing. We don't
Right.
have freedom of speech because of these platforms. Like, these
Right.
platforms weren't invented to give us freedom of speech. But with seduction, it's so powerful because
It
guess what?
overpowers everything.
A woman can post in a bikini online and she's
She'll be
promoting
fine.
Fashion Nova or another website, and that's fine. You
Or
know?
body positivity.
You know?
They love that one.
It's like,
using the positive.
it's fake to me. It's disingenuous
Yes.
to the message. I love that women are comfortable enough to put themselves out there. I'm not judging them, but when we talk about the art of seduction, it's really been altered to make us believe and think certain things, because now, like, what about the everyday woman who, even if they don't work a 9 to 5, they are an entrepreneur who doesn't just put themselves out on platforms, or they do work a 9 to 5. These women are getting easy bags and it doesn't work. Or even men, if you post about a certain thing or particular brands that you fuck with or anything like that, you're growing. You're the type of man that they want to promote.
Right.
Versus somebody who's woke and maybe posting about things to grow their community or give it knowledge to. So, like, when you talk about the art of seduction, it's also like the art of manipulation or
that's
Which
good.
go-
persuasion.
Which goes
I like
hand in
that.
hand because you can actually, like in the hood, you feel me? You get a dope ass, fine ass woman and shit, pull up on me, you feel me? Now I'm seduced by her, you feel me? Now she finna take me to the telly to set me up to get robbed.
Yep.
You feel me? Now she seduced
That has
me.
happened.
You feel me? Now she seduced me in a way where it was exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
So seduction is it can go both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of rappers, like, a lot of females have set up rappers.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
last person that was at the house was a female. Knew where he was a female, and they can't prove it, and they won't even put the money into trying to figure it out. But it's a lot of women, so I don't know who's using the art of seduction in a more toxic way, men or women.
It goes either way though, because tax season is the best time men come with that seduction shit. I ain't gonna lie, I'm talking about
Say that.
tax season. I'm talking about men get so fucking seductive. It's crazy.
But you know what? If men were more seductive, they would get more. You know what I mean?
Right.
If a man who knew how to just, like, there's been so many times I was gonna do something for my significant other, but they fucked it up because they just, like, they don't realize if you nice to me, you do me right, you know, you love on me right, you gonna get whatever you
don't know
really
what's
want to
gonna
get.
happen.
Right.
But they don't know how to do that. Men need to learn it. Men out there, y'all need to learn how to
And we
be
give
seductive.
the cheat codes all the time.
Literally,
We
the
really
whole
do
box.
give
It's crazy y'all give us the cheat codes,
the cheat code.
but
We give
cheating.
y'all the whole manual.
Oh, y'all do?
Manual, cheat codes, the little thing in the back with the answers.
Man, y'all need
Everything. It's there.
Y'all need to
Okay.
learn the art of
Just
manipulation.
use your resources.
Alrighty.
The
Okay.
resources.
They're there.
Okay, so look. Okay, let me ask y'all a question really quick.
Okay.
So what is one of the cheat codes? Let me ask you first. What is one of the cheat codes you ever gave someone in the art of seduction? Talk to me.
Come back to me.
I have. Talk to me nice.
Talk to me, yeah.
Talk
was-
to me
that was
nice.
definitely.
You talk to me nice. You treat me nice. I'm gonna forget whatever you want, you can have.
Okay.
Pretty
Yeah.
much. Talk to me nice. When you get to
Definitely
yelling
talk-
at me, I
talk
shut
to me
down.
nice.
You get
Right.
to talking to me not nice.
Right.
It's a wrap. But if
Being
you
too.
learn how to do it like
Right.
women, like I feel like y'all losing, and I want y'all to win. You know, like
Okay.
Yeah, even
But
telling
you-
somebody how to like touch you.
Yeah,
I feel
like-
yeah,
nah, you be like, baby, I like this.
yeah.
Oh, you do?
I tell you, listen,
Right.
Okay.
right.
I don't know. I don't know if men and women are more vocal, but I want to hear what you think. What's a cheat code?
Yeah, what cheat code you allegedly gave? But continue.
Not a
I be
legend.
giving that.
I be giving people cheat codes, and if they don't use them, they don't, and they have a time expiration on them too.
Oh,
they're
now you gave a
time-
motherfucking cheat code.
They're
Now-
time sensitive.
They
Better
are
use
time
it while you got it. The coupon gonna expire if you don't
Right.
fucking use it.
So one of mine, to keep it real simple, like she definitely said what I was gonna say. I was like, just talk to me nice.
Talk to me nice, huh?
Talk to me nice. But literally, and I'm not saying like, oh, give me all of your attention. Show me that like you affectionate, because I'm gonna show you 10 times like, oh, I want to see you do this. I want to see you do that. Like, especially if we're in person, like I'm gonna be like, hey, you can get closer to me.
Yeah, in
Yeah,
person
like-
is,
We
is
can-
even better.
We can have a real conversation. We can get eye to eye, nose to nose.
Okay.
To
We
see
can get
what.
nose to nose, and we can just stare in each other's eyes. And
I'm gonna direct you.
I'll try to snatch your soul, but I won't.
Listen, I will direct you.
I'll snatch your soul
Yes.
through
Look
my
me in my eyes, touch me right here.
and then I'll
Yes.
give it back to you.
Sit
And
right
I'll
here.
say that. I'll say that verbally, like, look me in
Yeah.
my eyes.
Yes.
So we can see how it go. Yeah,
And if you're
Definitely.
afraid to just approach me, like,
that's a problem.
it's a
Listen.
problem.
That is that's
I got a question.
It's a
yeah,
problem.
yeah. Go ahead, because I want to see what your question is. Because I was going, is it going to piggyback on from that?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, go crazy.
Okay, so talking about giving cheat codes. I mean, it kind of do and it kind of don't piggyback off it, but I ain't gonna cap. But what do y'all think about like talking during sex?
Oh,
It's important.
That's something
very
that
important.
seduces me.
but
Like,
don't talk too much.
if you don't talk to me, I
Yes,
feel
don't
like
talk too much.
who's in here with me? I
'Cause
forgot.
you
Like,
can talk me
Right.
out of my net.
like
Yep.
Okay,
talk
go
you out of
crazy.
your nut. Like I like to have a.
I like to have a
dirty
healthy
talk.
dialogue.
Is that bad? Like I don't want you just
Okay.
to be talk. Call me.
Listen,
Healthy dialogue, what Kayla said, is
It's really
important.
good. Like
so important.
Right.
call me. That's your opportunity to call me out of my name. Like not
And I
disrespectfully,
I'm the-
but like I want you to
Yeah.
that's the
Some
only
men are-
talk
opportunity.
to me.
Some men
That's the
aren't
only chance
comfortable
you gonna
with
get.
that.
Tell me what you want to
Some-
do.
some
Tell
men
me
are
how
comfortable
you
with that.
feel. Like I don't like when people don't talk during sex. That's a turn off for
And-
me.
Yeah, I don't like no quiet
what?
man. I want to hear you talk, and
I can hear the neighbors.
I want to hear you moan.
Yeah, the neighbors
Yep.
is talking
Got it.
upstairs. And I
Got
can
Go
hear
crazy.
Go crazy.
Go crazy.
Gotta
If
get
the
the
neighbors,
Listen,
if the
God
neighbors are
damn.
talking upstairs and I can hear them, that's a problem. Like I
Right.
need to be able to.
if I can pay attention to the TV,
Yeah, the music, I know the lyrics, then that's a
No.
problem. Talk
Yeah.
to me. And that goes back to talk to me nice. Like, tell me what you like, what you
Talk to
feeling.
me nice, huh?
me in my eye.
But how do you
Hot.
feel about that? Is it like,
I'm real good
awkward
on
for
eye
men?
contact, so
listen,
me
if
in
you
my
don't
eye.
look
We
at
can
me,
talk.
you ain't got no
Yeah.
business.
but you know what? Sometimes people got that look that just not attractive. Like,
If you ain't got that look, then you don't need to be in the bed.
Let me-
You gotta look
I
at
don't
me.
care.
Period.
I don't care
I love an
wanna see
ugly
that
face,
ugly
but like
face.
some faces is just I'll bust out laughing.
Right.
Like
I want to see that.
Then
so
you ain't got no business.
I'm a terrible person when it comes up to like
gotta look
I don't
at
know.
me.
I want to hear from a man's point of view about like talking in bed. Is it awkward for men to talk in bed?
No, it's not definitely awkward shit. This is me. Okay, me. This is my time where I can actually do say what the fuck I want to say.
Yes.
Like,
This
bitch, you
is-
and
this
wash
is
them
your
motherfucking
moment.
dishes, bitch. You and wash them dishes, bitch.
Okay, wait a minute. I don't like that.
You ain't wash them dishes.
Watch
Tacos. Make tacos.
I bet you're gonna be done by the time this is over.
That
They
shit
gonna
gonna dry up like
God damn it. But
What
no,
happened to making tacos? Okay.
yeah, well, yeah.
right.
But no,
Nah, tell me that shit.
And
I
that's
make
a-
some tacos after I do.
and that's a time to be actually. See, that's why I say it all depends though. It all depends on who's actually doing it. Because like I said, seduction can be a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah.
Because I know, like I said, back around tax season, you feel me?
Oh my god.
No, hey, I'm just saying.
It's
That's
taxes.
that's our favorite season.
That's
as
the
men.
favorite season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you let's say you can seduce a woman in bed while actually having a sexual intercourse. Now you're involved in the speaking. Like, damn, babe, I fucked up my car last week. I need a new one.
You better not be saying that shit. What?
So he ain't
I'm like, my
lying, though.
coochie is dry.
Maybe right after, I wouldn't want you to talk about your car wash.
I would not. There's
But I get what you're saying. Like, that's your opportunity to get what you want as a man.
Right.
But not while we fucking. Like, don't.
Maybe
don't talk about
afterwards
your
while
car.
we laying there
And
talking.
which is crazy though. Let me tell y'all something really quick.
After for
Go
sure.
ahead. Say
Let me tell y'all something real quick, man. So growing up and
Let's take
shit.
a shot, too. I want to take that.
I got one. I've
No,
been
you
waiting.
talking so
Yeah.
good.
So
Yeah.
you know what? I ain't gonna say this shit.
Say it. Now you gotta say it. Because you acting like you don't want to say it.
My
Say
niggas
it.
and shit, they gonna be like, no, bro, you giving up.
No, say it.
Say that.
They not here.
They
They not here.
nosy ass.
They not here.
They nosy as hell,
You
boy.
gotta say it. You gotta say it.
I'm gonna just say this though. I'm gonna just say this. You have to be careful of what is being said after a good sexual intercourse.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
pillow talking is real.
Yeah.
You have to be careful. That's all. I'm gonna just go for it.
Yeah, don't be telling me you want to marry me and build a house for me.
Don't
and
be
all that
telling me
shit.
you want
I'ma
me to
be
have
like,
your
"Nigga, where's
baby."
my house?"
Don't say it. Don't say
I'ma
it
get up
before.
real
Don't
quick.
say that before, during, or after.
Don't
If
ever.
you ain't doing it. I just feel like this.
That will.
It's important.
Wait a what you say? I'm scared.
I just feel like this. If he isn't talking to me, what is he thinking about? What is he deep in thought?
Shit,
Like,
but that
Hey,
goes.
trying
some
not
people
to
gotta
nut. Like,
Men gotta
Oh.
focus on the nut.
but tell me,
though.
baby, I'm trying not to nut. You
They
know what I
gotta
mean?
focus.
Like, I just feel like the quietness is just like
It's
I don't know if
awkward.
I'm performing good. Like
They
I
don't
need
want
to be
you-
Like,
they don't want
"Damn,
you
fucking
quiet."
My shit up. Like
Yeah,
I
they don't want you
to-
quiet
There
at
could be a
all.
moment of silence.
Oh, no, we
where
definitely
you just
don't.
keep
Yes.
focused.
If we
Keep
quiet, y'all
focused.
I
gonna
forgot
panic.
what a man said. We were talking after the
There
show.
could be a
Wasn't on the
moment.
show, but he said carpet women, not carpet. Doormat women. Like there are some doormat women who are just quiet and just don't move, don't say nothing, don't be a doormat.
Yeah.
And that's true. If I'm moving, I'm doing my shit, I'm sweating and shit. Like I expect you to be motivate me. You know, like people
yeah.
love cheerleaders.
I definitely got
Cheerlead
Don't
the fuck
fake,
out of
though.
me.
Don't fake
Don't
it.
fake it, but like if I'm doing good, I expect some cheerleading to go
Right.
on.
If
you
it's
know?
if it's if it's dripping.
Yeah, because a
You better tell
man
me
will sit in
something.
front of a game with his favorite team.
And he gonna yell out.
You can hear him outside when you turn into the complex, or,
Right.
you know, down the block. So at the end of the day, why can't you be loud during, you know, our moment while I'm doing what I'm doing? I'm your teammate. I'm out here performing. I'm doing what I need to do. I need you to cheer me along.
No, that's
If
true
you can
shit.
cheer on your favorite team, then you can cheer me along too.
Okay.
Right.
No problem.
For sure.
But okay, so to go into the next segment, more into seduction. Is it just an inevitable thing that seduction can die out in a relationship? Like, do you feel like it just a certain point you can reach with a person and there's no more, or do you feel like you always got to do? Because there are only a couple of sexual things you could do with somebody. Like even if you incorporate threesomes or, you know, maybe going
That's
to
true.
you know, anything that you go into, like there's a peak at a certain point without going to some real nasty shit.
Really about to say there's highs and there's lows.
Yeah, like can you
Because-
peak or do you start all over once you get to the top? You like, okay, we've done all this nasty stuff. Now let's go back to missionary or like, you know, like how do you maneuver? Because what if you like there are 20-something year relationship, 15-year relationships. So how does it not peak or how do you not get to a level where you're like, there's a threshold
I'm
here.
bored.
Like there's nothing else we can do together. We've done everything. Because there are some people who believe like, I've had you in every type of way. Like now if I lose you, I'm okay with that. Or now that not even now if I lose you, but now it's just, I've had you in every way. So how do you manage that? Like say you've been together for 15 years with somebody. And you've done everything, including threesomes. Like, what do you do now? Like, how do you keep it spicy? We talked about the spice in the beginning. What seasoning you gonna use? You can't keep using the same thing.
Damn.
I'm gonna be like, we about to figure out something new.
Yeah. Do your research.
Especially if I'm
See what else
with
to try.
them, with them, like they are like we married, they my life partner, like they the beneficiary to stuff, you know. You're gonna most definitely we're definitely gonna continue to find that spice. There's new spices.
Yeah, we gonna research. Even if we having sex with clown mask on, listen, we gonna try some new shit. There's some trash bags. Like we gonna try something.
Go as far as getting real connected deeply spiritually. That could bring out new stuff for other people.
That's true. That's very true.
And be like, and then just the fire is back lit, like the seduction is back lit, like y'all sitting there meditating together.
Bruh. Meditating with
and then
oh
next
my God.
You open your eyes and you like with the person, like you're like, I'm so turned on right now. Let's do it.
Yeah. Not the turn on with the meditation.
Let's do it.
Can you bring somebody who's
that's true.
Not as open like do you want to take the time with that person to get them to be on your level sexually and get as compatible sexually as possible?
Well,
or do you just move on? How does that work?
In my defense, I feel like I'm a great teacher. You know what I mean. So therefore, if I can teach them, if I can teach a motherfucker how to actually, you know, get on my level in any aspect, whether it's like learning math or whatever, you know what I mean. We're gonna have a great time there. You know what I mean. But I'm just I wouldn't give up on them. Okay. Like I wouldn't give up on them. I'll definitely take my time and be patient. Like, yo, shit. So this how you gonna do this? This how I want you to do me like this. You feel? I need you to turn over like this. You feel me? So
you're talking during sex. That
you know, I'm a talker. Yeah. But I'm more so of a I'm more so of a coacher though. But
that's
or a cheerleader
because,
in a sense.
Yeah, I love that.
Because especially if you are, you know, doing that, like, you know, talking to them, coaching them, like hey, like I want you like this, I want you. You teaching them how to love you and how to please you. But there's some people that just won't get in.
Yeah.
And y'all gotta know when to call it quits and be like, all right, this is not it.
This is not
gonna work.
Yeah, because everything does have an expiration date.
We're gonna go be happy with someone else who can
hit that spot.
Hit the spot, turn us on, and you know, really be like, oh, okay, like I don't to the point where you don't even have to say anything.
Right. Oof.
I
like when I don't have to say something.
I like when I don't have to tell you nothing.
It's rare finding those people, but they exist.
Very rare.
They exist. They end up feeling like, oh my gosh, you're the one for me forever. But it's like,
Bailey in a place.
So what if you are seduced with somebody?
People who are like that.
You're turned on by them sexually, but there's nothing else. Because that's another thing. A lot of men and women are with people who they have these amazing sexual experiences with, but they have nothing else but just the sex.
Shit, and that's honestly and truthfully, like, that's why it pays to pay attention to who the fuck you dealing with, what you got going on with that person. Cause shit, if you got a nigga like me that want to come at you mentally and you just with a fucking sexual connection at this motherfucker, it's a wrap.
It's not gonna last long.
Going to be like the sexual connection gonna fade the fuck away. If somebody coming at you on some mental shit, some shit in the area where you know for a fact you open in any goddamn way. So a sexual connection, it will never fucking last.
And it's an unnecessary soul tie too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That you don't need.
Unnecessary, like it's.
So you guys believe in soul ties?
The karmic Because there's different kinds. Like someone can have soul ties to you. You won't have no soul ties to nobody.
Man, listen.
Like you ain't giving out no type of nothing, but people are trying to attach theirs to you, and it's like. What's
So
really
how do
going
you
on?
know that you have a soul tie? What's something that lets you know that you sexually been soul tied to somebody?
Well, like say for instance, right? I feel like I have a soul tie with one specific person, but I've been with this person actually in a relationship for a long time. So, let's say this, hypothetically speaking.
Okay.
You guys might be
So this
guys
ain't
might
about
be-
you. This
You guys might be
Nah.
karmic. Like
Yeah, no, this ain't about me. This is about somebody else,
Okay.
allegedly.
Okay.
Yeah, so boom, let's say right, boom, this person is you have a sexual connection with. She go fuck around and go fuck with this person, but you still actually can go fuck with that person after she didn't fuck with that person.
You're okay.
Then she go fuck with this person right here. You're like, damn, I still want to fuck with her. You feel me? So shit, I'm trying to go back and you know what I mean? Like that's a strong sexual connection. That's a soul tie to me.
That is.
No matter what, like this person go do or who she do or whatever. You still willing to fuck around with her, you feel me? So I feel like that's the soul tie, and it's not even a good one though. You know what I
It's
mean?
not.
It's not even a good soul. It's
not
not
a
even a good
healthy
soul
one.
tie. It's not healthy at all. So like I said, you got to be careful again because shit. Now at the point this person willing to do whatever the fuck they want to do. Get your phone, baby. This person able to do whatever the fuck they want to do, but you just there no matter what. You know what I mean? So it's like, is that really a soul tie though? Because like. Or is it
If
stupidity?
it's hard for
It
you
might
to
be
break
some
them,
addiction.
well, maybe the soul tie is causing you to be stupid because all these feelings are involved, all these connections. Like the whole thing about quote unquote soul tie is that you're so invested with this person, so connected with this person based off of sexual encounters. You can't leave, despite you knowing. You just say this ain't no good for you, but you keep going back because. I think familiarity has a lot to do with it. You know, nobody want to catch an extra body if they don't have to. Nobody wants to do anything extra if they don't have to. But
And I think
the
that's
fact that
spin
you
in the
know
block,
that they know how to. Yeah, they know how to. You
much
spin
as
the
I
block because you know.
much as I hate
He
doing
know
it,
how to
but
fuck
it's
you. You
like-
know you fucked him before. It ain't gonna be awkward. It ain't gonna be no. Getting to know me phase. You don't gotta
Y'all
teach
already
them
know
what
each other.
turns you on and turns you off. So you keep going back.
Yeah.
Like we love familiarity. We love to.
We
to
do.
have
yeah,
that
women
sense.
love
humans,
women love familiar.
And that's how men
Humans,
play on us.
Us as humans, we love familiarity. I
Shit.
just started reading a new book. It's so good. It's called
What is
Mount-
it called?
Yeah, what is that book called? Because
It's called The Mountain Is You. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's about self-sabotage and mastery of self.
so self-sabotage meaning, are you sabotaging yourself in a negative way? Because sabotage, and me growing up and knowing the meaning of sabotage, sabotage has never been
It's
nothing
not
good.
really.
It's not
the
really
book,
good.
The book is breaking it down for me. It's breaking so many things down for me and making me realize so many things as far as like how self-sabotage is and distracting yourself purposely, but like consciously, but unconsciously with other things and people and the decisions you make and why you make them, people pleasing, all that stuff. It
Because sometimes I know a lot of people, I think sabotage is another form of saying psyching yourself out. Say, for instance, right, you dealing with a motherfucker, you sabotaging your mind, knowing
It
good and
can
well this
psych
motherfucker is
you
not the
out.
one for you.
Yeah.
So I'm going to sabotage my mind to
Are you-
actually deal with this
Yep.
Or
motherfucker.
you put it to the back of your mind.
Yeah.
creating
Come back around.
scenarios that aren't really real
Yeah.
to inhabitantly destroy what is going on. It's like, no, you don't have to do.
Not
You
the
don't have to
thing.
do all that.
Nah, you don't.
You do not have to do all that. So, it is a good book. You guys should definitely check it out.
Yeah.
I'm not-
Send it to me later, girl.
Do you feel like the roles need to change in a relationship at times? Like, is it important for a woman to, because I have heard men say like, oh, I loved it sometimes that she's like the aggressor or she's the one who's like, we need that sometimes as men for her to come home or you to come home and she's like all on you versus you having to always initiate sex. Like, is it important for somebody to always have the role of initiating sex, or you think it should go back and forth from
It
the
should
start?
No,
definitely
it definitely
switch.
should go back and forth.
Switch back and forth because
I definitely, and I definitely like when a woman shows me that she's horny as fuck, because it makes it, because shit,
It
me,
makes it easier.
Yeah, it makes it shit because I'm already there all day, every day, damn near. I'm like, so shit, you showing me that you this like shit, what's up? Like I can really
I think
You're
it's
like, all
important
right,
to do.
my bell has already been rang. You
Yeah.
just ain't got, all you gotta say is
Let's
win.
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Win,
some
let's
men
go.
are just not comfortable with that though. Like I've dealt with people who are just
I never
not-
met that guy.
not okay with a woman initiating it. Like they felt
I've never
like
met
that
anyone.
was a
Oh, I actually have. Yeah.
some type of woman. Like let's just say you're a hoe
There
if
haven't been
you
any guys, so.
trying to deep throat them or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever it could be. It's like why do you want to be like that or why do you want to do that? Like or who turned you on to make you come home and be like that? And it really could have just been you wanting
Thinking
to go
about you,
home
the
and,
thought.
yeah, and please your man. But some men are just not comfortable with the idea of women, you know, initiating it. And I think that can cause a lot of issues too.
Yeah, it can.
Yeah, that's
because
weird.
we want to be dominant.
Yeah,
We
at
definitely do.
times, like
At times.
I
Not
don't
all the
want
time,
to
but
totally
at times
be dominant,
we
but
want to be dominant, and we want to let you know, like.
But
I'm
it's a
about to
break for the
show
man
you.
too. I feel like as a man, if your woman comes home and she's like initiating this, she wants to climb on top of you, like she's
Right. Put
you know,
her hair in a
she's
ponytail.
pleasing you, like
Mm-hmm.
that's your break. That's your time to be pleased and enjoy yourself. So
exactly.
if you don't ever get that, then
Yeah.
sex is a job to you. Then you know what I mean. It will become a job if you're always in that role. Like
Yeah.
that's why it's important to switch.
To switch for sure.
But some people just aren't. With
And not
it.
even in sex, you know what I mean? Shit, even with chores, like
Everything.
damn,
Yeah,
shorty, why don't you
sometimes
take,
a woman
come
has to
take
be
the
a
garbage
provider.
out.
Yeah.
Everything.
Oh, you said
Damn, you take the
Sometimes a woman
garbage
has to be a
out.
provider for real. So
Everything.
Yeah.
If
Definitely
you-
has to switch.
if you have done something in the house, and we talked about this on my last show,
Mm-hmm.
if you have cleaned the house up, did the dishes, laundry,
He can
I'm
cook.
taking out the trash. If you
Yeah.
cook, I'm doing the dishes. Like if it should be a switch in the role and the responsibility according to who has done what.
yeah, for sure.
It's healthy and it keeps it like
A balance. It's a
yeah,
healthy
like
balance.
you don't
for
want
sure.
a relationship. I just feel like I don't ever want a relationship to be a job because nobody wants to be at work all day. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You go from work to work. Even if you own your own business, you go from
Yeah.
doing
Like,
stuff for
even
your
your
business.
running
to-
your own business, that's 24/7. So now you gotta
Exactly.
come to the
That's not
crib
stop.
Yeah.
and wash the dishes.
Yeah.
Goddamn, you been here all damn day. You could have knocked the dishes
Exactly.
out. Shit, make it easy on me. You
And
feel me?
maybe it's getting better in this day and age with men and them being more receptive to like gender or role changes,
Mm-hmm.
you know? Because I just been with people who are just like, no, that's your job and this is my job. And I'm
I've
like,
met some
damn,
dudes
we
like
can't
that
make
before.
some adjustments here. Like,
Yeah,
we can't.
and even in my defense though, I hate washing dishes, yo.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
I
not
don't-
touching the trash.
Yeah, like I'll touch the trash all day, but when it
not.
comes to them dishes and I'm at
Dishes
the
are
crib,
so easy.
yeah, I ain't got time to wash no dishes. Them motherfuckers just sit there all day. So I don't think I can switch that role. I'll mop, I'll sweep, I'll shampoo the carpet, I'll do whatever else. I'll do anything else but them damn dishes for sure.
And that can definitely work. For
And that's okay. Like, you know, if we have an agreement like you don't like dishes, okay, fine. Boom.
I can
You will never
can
have to do
respect that. You
dishes.
stated that you don't like
And
that.
we'll figure out something else. to
Been
figure out.
traumatized.
Do the
man.
mirror in the bathroom, okay?
For real, I'll do whatever.
Right.
Mirror in the bathroom is your job with the trash. I don't care. Like, but it has to be a team effort in order. And I think that's a part of being seductive too. It's like me and you working as a team. Me and you, we're trying to make this shit work. Like it's always gonna be a fight in the ring. But sometimes you just give up and you want to get out the ring with a motherfucker. But that's the person who's not fighting with you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Right.
Right.
like the whole thing, the point of it is
Trying
to
to keep
continue
it
to
up.
fight with each other to
Right.
get this shit right. And then, you know, in the end, hopefully it does work out. But if it doesn't, all respect to you still too. So I'm kind of wrapping it up. Like, this is a time I do like open discussion. And that's just us just talking about the topic and how we feel, what we've learned, different perspectives, so that people can kind of hopefully see how, you know, seduction plays a big role in our lives or how we can think about it in different ways when we, you know, post something, when we deal with our partners, however it may be. When we date, because dating is another, you know, spectrum. Like somebody
Yeah.
can seduce you with the idea of who you want to be with. And then you get in a relationship with them, and it's like, damn, nigga, you ain't even the same person. Who was I just dating? Like,
Sabotage.
yes, like I was dating you. I got roses. I got, you know, gifts. You were just making me feel just like the perfect woman, and now all of a sudden it's just none of that. And that,
Yep, they got that little
oh,
nut
you
off.
fucking the shit out of me when we dating, and then we get in a relationship, and it's like
I can't stand that
you
shit.
ain't trying to do none of that. What happened?
Yeah.
So, give me your closing thoughts and how you feel.
On the art of seduction. Okay. Well, I kind of have the personality of seducing, kind of, sort of. People tell me all the time. I'm like, oh, okay, I feel weird all the time. But when I'm being seduced, or the energy is being exchanged by me and another person, it's a beautiful feeling. It makes me and that other person feel great. People do need to take more time in knowing who they're trying to seduce and be intimate with and get to intimacy with. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's important.
That's
Taking the time to get to know your partner.
That's where I leave it.
Okay.
I would say too, just based off of that, I don't even have a lot to say. I would say I'm like naturally a seductive person too. Well, that's what I've heard. Like I'm naturally a pleaser. So you had said something earlier about, men getting back to seduction. And I really do think that's important, because there does need to be like a healthy balance of, and that's tying into like switching roles as well. But yeah, communication is really big, and I feel like people really need to learn people's love language, because people kind of get into like, oh, I got a big thing, or I got a wet pussy, or whatever the case may be, and they just, they don't think they have to do much. And that's never going to last. That's never going to be nothing. So really just communicating and learning who, like Bailey said, you're seducing, and also like learning people's love language. And not making sex just about like a nut. It needs to be an experience. And even if it's not sex, it still needs to be like a connection with that person. So, yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, really should. Just to piggyback off the two ladies we have here. Yeah, I really don't have anything else to say. Just, be watchful and be careful of who's seducing you, because you
That's
can't.
true too.
Because you can be
energies do
sabotaged.
Them energies do transfer now.
Yes, indeed. You definitely can be sabotaged in a bad way, because sabotaging is nothing good.
Nothing good at all.
Yeah. So, but yeah, ladies, the oral therapy.
Yes. Well, I thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Oral Therapy Podcast.
Let's go.
I thank you guys for sharing your thoughts. Like, a part of what I want to do is to educate, I want it to be like a therapy experience in oral therapy. We're using our mouths.
Exactly.
That's the only thing we're using our mouths for. Okay.
Talk that.
I don't want the IRS thinking I'm doing some head therapy, okay? But
Let's go.
This ain't ASMR.
Yes. But it's important to have conversations. Like, these conversations are necessary. As well as, we're going to have some fun topics, but like, these conversations are necessary to kind of grow the minds of people, like, because people are so sheep-like, they just go straight into what everybody else is doing, and as long as they're doing that, they're satisfied in life. They don't have their own.
Your turn-ons are their turn-ons.
Yeah. Oh, my best friend likes this type of. Okay, I'm gonna like that type of man too. That's my type, and they don't know, like, that's not even your type, dude. That's not even who turns you on. So
Exactly.
I think this is important, and I think that. We got down to some grown and sexy art of seduction stuff today. So, thank you for
And I'm
coming.
hot.
I am too, because of this damn liquor.
Just call me the air conditioner.
I ain't got no man to go home
He
to.
paid the air conditioning. But, keep it nasty when you need to. Keep it classy when you need to.
Classy.
Be fun. Be spontaneous at times. Not all the time.
Is definitely key.
But I love a, pullover ass man. Okay.
Ooh, I love it while we driving ass man.
Okay.
Don't crash.
Do some spontaneous stuff. Have
Not
some
on the
fun.
freeway.
Yeah, be safe, because if your insurance don't cover that, then you're gonna be in trouble.
Right.
But
Sean, she's safe.
keep it all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it spicy by switching it up.
Exactly.
Right.
And if you're not accustomed to change, if you're not one of those people, like, hey, figure it out, because we gonna make it work if you want to make it work. But yeah, like I said, do be spontaneous, be fun, be sexy, be nasty. Be weird. Be funny. Like, I don't care what
Heavy
you
on
do,
the
but
weird.
just don't be
Heavy on the weird.
But don't be just this basic
Alien
person
ass weird.
Right.
doing the same shit. Cause that's the worst thing. I'd rather you come in with like you said, a clown mask on.
Hell yeah.
Than
Let's
to
play
not
cops
do
and
nothing.
robbers.
Because if you wearing that clown mask, baby, I'll be, I'll
we
be
at
your
the circus,
entertainment.
baby.
Yeah,
We at
I'm
the
in the
circus.
audience. What you doing for
What's
me?
up?
Exactly.
And I think that'll help everybody with this whole seduction thing, because you don't have to go get your body done and spend $10,000 on new teeth and new body and all that type of shit. But you do have to be fun, because those people can fix everything
Hell
about
yeah.
themselves
Nobody ain't gonna keep
physically.
shit.
But if
Be
they're
fucked
not a good person, it's gonna show. If they ain't
Exactly.
funny, if they don't know how to have a good time, if they're not secure, it's gonna show. So
It's definitely gonna
be who you are, but also try new things.
Yes.
All right, thank
Definitely.
y'all.
For sure.
Thank you for tuning in.
Let's go.
Thank you so much.